We need to make sure we keep a Republican Senate in the state of New York, working with this good governor and with the Assembly so that we can achieve our goals. But we need a Republican Congress and a Republican Senate so that we can work with a Republican president that will bring this nation back to what it is. Back to the fundamentals of that Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Grimm is our congressman. Michael Grimm, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me start. I have to unfortunately take it down a little bit, just a little notch, and with all of my heart and with all sincerity, say thank you. Because we are now coming on my first re-election, but you all here gave me the opportunity to serve you, and it's been one of the most profound honors that I've ever had in my life. And I want to seriously say thank you for allowing me the opportunity to represent you in the Congress of the greatest nation in the world. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, most of you know why I ran for Congress in the first place. I felt very strongly about the fact that our country was headed down the wrong path. And I started to see that early on in President Obama's, when he was actually running as a candidate and then he became president. I had no idea at that time what we were really facing. I had suspicions, I had ideas, but it is much worse than I had ever thought it would be. And this election is in no doubt the most important election of our lifetimes, and I believe in our nation's history. We're at a pivotal point. We're at a crossroad. We have a decision to make. Do we want to continue down a path of the values and traditions that made us the greatest nation in the world? A nation that believed in respect. A nation that honored hard work. That taught our children values that would put them on a path to achieve more, to believe in themselves, to know that if they worked hard enough, that they could have more than their parents had. Or we can go down a path with a president that says, if you own a business, you didn't build it. Ladies and gentlemen, that speaks volumes to me. The President of the United States wants you to believe that anyone here that's been successful, anyone here that's had a successful parent or grandparent, it was because of the government. Here's a fact. There are people right now, right here in Brooklyn, one of the greatest communities in the country and in the world, that came here with barely 2 nickels to rub together, and in spite of one of the most devastating economies since the Great Depression, have found a way to succeed. And I will say to you, it's been in spite of the government, not because of the government. Very young child, and I remember my dad, God rest his soul, told me at 6 years old, no one is going to give you anything, you have to earn it. Ladies and gentlemen, he meant that you weren't going to get a handout, that it wasn't going to be easy, but that you were going to be given the opportunity. That's what this whole thing is about right now. This election comes down to one word, in my humble opinion. Opportunity. Do we want our children and our grandchildren and all those around the world that want to come here from every part of the world, from every nation, do we want them to have the opportunity at the American dream or not? Do we want to be a nation that is socialized, that allows mediocrity to set the standard, where the government says everyone's achievements are equal? Everyone will achieve equal status as far as, it doesn't matter if you work hard, it doesn't matter if you study harder, it doesn't matter if you put in 18 hours and the other person doesn't. We're going to have equality and mediocrity. We're all equal in the eyes of God. But some of us work harder than others. Some of us work to build things. And some of us have pride in what we do. And we believe that the work product that we produce reflects on the people we are, it reflects on our families, it reflects on our communities, and we don't want mediocrity. We don't want to be like every other European nation. We want to be the nation that we are, and that is exceptional. We are an exceptional nation, and we should never, ever apologize for it, and I never will. I'm asking all of you to do what we did less than 2 years ago. Let's send a message to the President. Let's send a message to President Obama that here in Brooklyn, we know the value of the greatest nation in the world. That here in Brooklyn, we teach our children to aspire to be more. That success is not a bad thing. That we should not be demonizing those that have built things and those that own things, but that we should be aspiring to have more for our families. And let's tell President Obama that we are in control of our own destiny, and it's the values and the things that were taught by our founding fathers that are in the fabric of ourselves and our children and our grandchildren, and that fabric will decide our future as an exceptional nation leading the world in every aspect, whether it be technology, whether it be medical advances. We have everything we need right now to overcome this devastating economy. You know what we have? We have the greatest workforce in the world. We have a relentless spirit, and we have, because we've experienced it, the American dream. You are the backbone of that dream. And together, we will send President Obama a message. And that message is very simple. You're fired. Yeah! That's what And when Governor Romney is President Romney, you will see that the hard work and principles and values that this entire economy was founded on will turn around, and America will get working again. That much I'm sure. So in my last breath, I'd like to say this. Do not give up. Do not relent. And do not stop believing, as I believe, that this is still the greatest nation in the world. I know it because I see it in your eyes. I feel it in myself and in my Father's Spirit that stays with me. All we need to do is stay together. And right now I see an army of those ready to rally and work hard and to tell the President of the United States, no, this is not what we stand for. We are the United States of America, and we will prevail. So let's get out and let's knock on doors.